Hundreds of young men dead, maimed, burned, or left to drown. "24 hours later, the injured Yorktown is still afloat and headed home, escorted by the destroyer Hammond. What nobody sees is the enemy submarine below the surface, with 2 sitting ducks in her sights. Japanese torpedoes split the Hammond in 2, taking 81 men to the bottom, and mortally wound Yorktown. For nearly a day, the carrier lingers on the surface, refusing to die. Yorktown radioman Lloyd Childers is in sick bay on a nearby ship with serious wounds to both legs. He watches his carrier go down.
This huge ship slowly sank below the water, the waves, until it disappeared, and we watched it until it was completely gone. It's very brutal business. My other thoughts were that it's a terrible thing that so-called civilized nations could do things like that to each other, convincing me that we're not really civilized yet.
It is day 19 of the expedition. It has been hours since Robert Ballard sent a robot vehicle down nearly 17,000 feet to find the USS Yorktown. And half a century since Bill Sergi has seen his carrier.
Okay, fly that heading now.
Ballard has only a week left to find the Yorktown. After 6 long hours, the ATV finally reaches bottom, over 3 miles deep. All they see are rocks that have probably rested here undisturbed for 1,000 years.
Keep looking to the left. You're looking into your HMIs.
Yet within a few moments of touching down, they see something. Something that shouldn't be there. A smooth patch of ground, clear of rock, as though something had swept across the bottom. Something unnatural, something man-made. They follow the trail.
Bingo, bingo, bingo.
Suddenly, a glint. A shiny metallic glint catches the video eye.
Dead ahead. Range 150 feet.
Keep it nice and high.
He's looking up, though. He's look down if you want it.
I want him to look down, and away
Patrick.
from those. And you should be coming around on a heading.
And now the sonar on the ATV itself is announcing something big and oddly beautiful dead ahead.
There it is. Straight ahead.
Change your range scales in on OAS.
How she blows.
It's definitely Yorktown.
Lateral and left.
There's no question about that.
The Yorktown, at last. Exactly where Ballard thought it would be.
You just hold that still.
You know what, Matt? Is the OAC in the
Try to hold it. I'm looking at my ready room right now. We're just under the bridge on the island on the flight deck.
Keep coming.
Too much. Too much. All the people that did their jobs, I can see them doing them now.
Keep coming up, though. Oh, Yorktown, you're beautiful. Good, okay.
Now I want to pivot to the right, to 090. Come around.
There you go.
The Yorktown, 1,100 miles from Hawaii, 3,000 from Japan. Over 3 miles below the surface. Her 19,000 tons sunk halfway into the mud, her bow crushed. Yet Yorktown is still intact. The bridge. The flight deck. The pilot house. She is nearly untouched by time, her guns still pointing skyward to fend off the final attack.
I walked across the deck and I still got it. So I got off again with it at the same time. Thanks again for finding it.
My pleasure.
And on behalf of the crew, just glad to be here.
Me too.
Great. That's the boat. I got to see my ready room.
Yeah.
Maybe next time I get to see where I got all this banging up.
I'll be back.
We'll make it. We got it.
We got it.
It's most the spot.
That's right. Can't get in the way now.
Right. Thank you.
That's a few, Bill.
Yes, I'm here. They're not. So I'm representing the crew and I did my job. So.
June 4th, 1942. America has won the battle for Midway and stopped Japan cold. The Japanese Navy would never recover from its losses. For the Japanese pilots, the defeat at Midway and the death of their comrades is just the first agony. They will return home to find themselves kept in isolation, in silence.
They treated us like prisoners of war. We were shut away from outside contact since they were afraid we might leak information.
And you see the veterans who come back, whether they're Japanese and Americans. And we brought them here to this spot and it spoke to them. Every one of them cried. They didn't laugh, they didn't celebrate, they all cried.